Frequent nighttime urination, nocturia. Frequent nighttime urination, or nocturia, is not just a simple inconvenience. It's a significant disruption that can wreak havoc on your sleep cycle. Imagine waking up multiple times each night just to relieve yourself. This constant interruption shatters your deep sleep phases, leaving you tired and irritable the next day. But it's more than just lost rest. It could hint at deeper health concerns. We see nocturia often tied to diabetes. When blood sugar levels soar, the kidneys struggle to keep up, leading to excessive urine production. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's exhausting. Studies show that nearly 50% of people with diabetes experience nocturia, a statistic that underscores the link between this condition and sleep disturbances. It's like a silent thief, robbing people of their energy and well-being night after night. But diabetes isn't the only culprit. An overactive bladder, which affects up to 16% of adults globally, frequently pushes people out of bed. This condition causes sudden urges to urinate even when the bladder isn't full. It's a scenario that can turn nights into a constant cycle of sleep and wakefulness, making restful nights a rarity rather than the norm. Bladder infections are another common cause. They irritate the bladder lining, creating an incessant need to urinate even in the dead of night. Infections, particularly urinary tract infections, are more prevalent in women and the elderly, often escalating the frequency of nocturia episodes. These infections can be quickly diagnosed and treated, but they highlight the importance of understanding nocturia's roots. The consequences of nocturia extend far beyond just tired mornings. Chronic sleep deprivation from frequent waking can lead to a cascade of health issues. Studies link poor sleep quality to weakened immune function, increased risk of heart disease, and even mental health struggles like anxiety and depression. Sleep isn't just rest, it's a cornerstone of good health. Let's not overlook the impact on daily life. When we don't sleep well, our productivity plummets and our mood darkens. A 2020 study found that people who wake up more than twice per night are 33% more likely to report diminished daytime functioning. These numbers remind us that what happens at night affects every hour of the day. Treatment for nocturia varies. It might involve managing fluid intake, addressing underlying conditions like diabetes, or using medications that reduce bladder overactivity. Each person's journey to fewer nighttime interruptions is unique, but the goal remains the same: reclaiming peaceful nights. The link between nocturia and diabetes. Nocturia, the need to wake up during the night to urinate, is a symptom that can significantly affect quality of life by causing sleep disruption and fatigue. While many attribute frequent nighttime urination to aging or a small bladder, it can be an important early warning sign of underlying health issues, including diabetes. Understanding the relationship between nocturia and diabetes is critical for early detection and effective management of both conditions. One patient shared their experience before being diagnosed with diabetes. "I used to wake up every 2 hours needing to go to the bathroom. I thought it was just part of getting older, but the constant interruptions were leaving me exhausted. After my diagnosis, I learned that my high blood sugar was the culprit. Now that I've adjusted my diet and better managed my blood sugar, the nightly bathroom trips have reduced and I can finally get a decent night's sleep." This first-hand account illustrates how easily nocturia can be misinterpreted as a normal part of aging rather than a symptom of a metabolic disorder. Many people, especially older adults, delay seeking medical advice for frequent urination at night, assuming it is inevitable with age. The physiological link between diabetes and nocturia. Diabetes, particularly when poorly managed, leads to elevated blood sugar levels, hypoglycemia. Excess glucose in the bloodstream causes an osmotic effect, drawing water from the body's tissues and increasing urine production. This mechanism explains why people with undiagnosed or uncontrolled diabetes often experience polyuria, the production of abnormally large amounts of urine which extends into the nighttime hours, manifesting as nocturia. Type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Both types of diabetes can contribute to nocturia, though the underlying pathophysiology may differ slightly. In type 1 diabetes, where insulin production is severely reduced, hypoglycemia leads directly to excessive urination. In type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance results in similar symptoms, especially if blood sugar remains consistently high. Numerous studies have highlighted the correlation between diabetes and nocturia. A study from the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, 2017, research involving middle-aged and elderly adults found that individuals with diabetes were significantly more likely to report nocturia compared to non-diabetic participants. The study emphasized that for every 10 mg dL increase in fasting blood glucose, the odds of nocturia increased by 5%. Case study: early diagnosis through nocturia symptoms. A 58-year-old man presented with complaints of frequent nighttime urination, waking up 3 to 4 times each night. Initial investigations revealed elevated fasting blood sugar levels and HbA1c consistent with type 2 diabetes. Once he began a regimen of dietary changes, medication, and regular exercise, his nocturia episodes decreased from 4 to 1 per night, dramatically improving his sleep quality. Why early recognition matters. Recognizing nocturia as a potential symptom of diabetes can lead to earlier diagnosis and intervention, preventing further complications. Uncontrolled diabetes is associated with severe health risks, including kidney disease, neuropathy, and cardiovascular issues, all of which can further exacerbate urinary problems. Addressing nocturia in diabetes management. Effective blood sugar control often reduces the frequency of nocturia. Key strategies include dietary adjustments. Reducing intake of simple carbohydrates and focusing on fiber-rich foods helps stabilize blood sugar levels. Medications. Proper use of insulin or oral hypoglycemic agents as prescribed by a healthcare provider. Lifestyle changes. Regular physical activity improves insulin sensitivity and overall metabolic health. In some cases, other interventions may be necessary. Bladder training and fluid management. Timing fluid intake earlier in the day can reduce nighttime urination. Avoiding diuretics such as caffeine and alcohol in the evening also helps. Medical evaluation for overlapping conditions. Conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, in men or overactive bladder syndrome can coexist with diabetes and contribute to nocturia. The connection between nocturia and diabetes is often underestimated, yet it offers a crucial opportunity for early diagnosis and better health management. Individuals experiencing frequent nighttime urination should consult healthcare providers to evaluate underlying causes, including blood sugar levels. Increased awareness of this link empowers patients to take proactive steps that improve both sleep and overall health. Managing nighttime urination without medication. Waking up several times a night to use the bathroom isn't just annoying, it can seriously mess with your sleep and leave you feeling exhausted during the day. This problem, known as nocturia, can have many causes, but you don't always need medication to find relief. In fact, focusing on key vitamins can help improve bladder health and reduce those nighttime trips. Let's dive into how vitamin D, vitamin C, and vitamin B12 can make a real difference, backed by research and real-life results. Vitamin D, keeping your bladder and muscles in check. You probably know vitamin D for keeping your bones strong, but did you know it's also crucial for bladder function? It turns out that low levels of vitamin D are linked to more frequent bathroom trips at night. Why? Vitamin D receptors are found in bladder muscles, and when there's a deficiency, these muscles can weaken or become overactive, making it harder to hold your urine. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine found that people with low vitamin D had higher rates of overactive bladder, OAB symptoms, including urgency and nocturia. Another study by Wang et al., 2018, showed that adding vitamin D supplements helped improve bladder capacity and cut down on nighttime urination. Vitamin D also supports the pelvic muscles that control your bladder. If these muscles aren't working properly, it can worsen nighttime urgency. That's why getting enough vitamin D can really help. How to get more vitamin D? 1. Spend 15 to 20 minutes outside in the sun to let your skin make vitamin D naturally. 2. Add foods like salmon, mackerel, fortified milk, and eggs to your diet. 3. Consider a supplement if you don't get much sun. A typical dose is 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily, but check with your doctor first. Vitamin C, fighting inflammation for a happier bladder. Vitamin C is famous for boosting your immune system, but it's also great for bladder health. It works as an antioxidant to reduce inflammation and irritation in the bladder lining. If your bladder is inflamed, you'll feel the urge to go more often, including at night. One study from the International Urogynecology Journal, 2020, found that people with higher antioxidant intake, including vitamin C, had fewer nighttime bathroom interruptions. However, watch out for super high doses. Too much vitamin C can actually irritate your bladder. Buffered or time-release options are gentler. How to add more vitamin C. 1. Eat more fruits and veggies like oranges, strawberries, bell peppers, and broccoli. 2. Aim for 65 to 90 milligrams a day. You don't need a ton. 3. If you take supplements, choose a gentle option like ascorbate or buffered vitamin C. Vitamin B12, supporting nerves for better bladder control. Bladder function depends heavily on proper nerve communication. That's where vitamin B12 comes in. If your B12 levels are low, the nerves that help control your bladder might not work right, causing more frequent urination, especially at night. A 2017 study in the Urology Journal showed that people with a B12 deficiency had fewer symptoms of nocturia and urgency after supplementing with B12. This vitamin is especially important for older adults and anyone with conditions like diabetes that affect nerve health. How to get more vitamin B12? 1. Eat more meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. They're naturally rich in B12. 2. Look for fortified cereals or plant-based milk if you follow a vegetarian or vegan diet. 3. Take a supplement if needed. 1,000 milligrams per week is a common dose for addressing deficiencies, but check with your healthcare provider. A team approach, combining vitamins for better results. Think of these vitamins as teammates working together. Vitamin D helps strengthen bladder muscles and improve overall bladder capacity. Vitamin C reduces bladder inflammation. Vitamin B12 keeps the nerves communicating properly so your bladder doesn't misfire. When you address these different factors, you create a well-rounded, natural approach to managing nighttime urination. Of course, always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplements to make sure they're right for you. Frequent nighttime bathroom trips can be frustrating, but medication isn't always the answer. Adding the right vitamins to your routine, like vitamin D, C, and B12, can help support your bladder and reduce those sleep disruptions. With the right balance, you'll be on your way to better rest and brighter mornings. A nighttime journey to restful sleep. Maggie had always cherished her nightly routine. After a warm bath and a good book, she would drift off to sleep, cocooned in her soft blankets. But lately, her peaceful nights had been interrupted by frequent trips to the bathroom. The once soothing rhythm of her evenings was now punctuated by restless awakenings, stumbling in the dark, and the cold tile floor underfoot. Each night, she would find herself making 2, sometimes 3 trips, eyes half closed, yearning to stay in bed. It wasn't long before frustration began to creep into her days. Mornings were groggy, her patience thinner, and even her favourite morning coffee seemed less effective at perking her up. One evening, after yet another restless night, Maggie confided in her friend Claire over lunch. Claire, always the pragmatic one, listened intently. "You know," Claire began, "my aunt had a similar issue. She found out it wasn't just about drinking too much water before bed. Sometimes your body needs a little extra help in balancing things out." Maggie was skeptical. "You mean medication?" "No, not necessarily," Claire smiled. "It's about supporting your body in other ways, vitamins, for example. Aunt Jean started taking vitamin D, C, and B12, and it made a world of difference." Intrigued but cautious, Maggie decided to do some research. That evening, she read about how vitamin D could help maintain a healthy bladder, how vitamin C played a role in reducing inflammation, and how B12 supported nerve function and energy levels. The more she read, the more she felt this could be the gentle nudge her body needed. The next day, Maggie picked up a small bottle of each vitamin, making a mental note to track any changes. She integrated them into her morning routine alongside her breakfast. The first few days were uneventful, but she remained hopeful. A week later, something shifted. Maggie noticed she felt more rested. Her trips to the bathroom reduced to just one or none at all. Her mornings grew brighter, both literally and figuratively. Her coffee began to taste like a treat again, not a necessity, and her days felt more energized and less frazzled. By the end of the month, Maggie realized the subtle but significant change in her life. The vitamins were a small addition, but they had granted her a large reprieve. No longer bound by her bladder's whims, she returned to her treasured nights of uninterrupted sleep. Maggie shared her newfound relief with Claire, who beamed with pride. "Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best," Claire said. Maggie couldn't agree more. Now, as Maggie drifted off each night, she knew the importance of balance, not just in her diet, but in the way she supported her body. With her new regimen, her nights were peaceful, her mornings were bright, and her days were full of vitality. Next, magnesium, relaxing bladder muscles to reduce nighttime urination. Magnesium is an essential mineral that plays a crucial role in regulating various muscle and nerve functions throughout the body, including the muscles controlling bladder function. This makes it particularly important for individuals suffering from nocturia, a condition characterized by frequent nighttime urination that disrupts sleep. The role of magnesium in bladder health. One of magnesium's most beneficial properties is its ability to relax smooth muscles, which is vital for the proper functioning of the bladder. The detrusor muscle, the primary muscle in the bladder wall, contracts during urination to help expel urine. When this muscle becomes overactive, it can lead to increased urgency and frequency of urination. Magnesium helps by relaxing this muscle and preventing involuntary contractions that result in sudden urges to urinate. In addition to its muscle-relaxing effects, magnesium is known to regulate nerve signaling pathways. The mineral acts as a calcium antagonist, meaning it competes with calcium to enter cells. Excess calcium in nerve cells can lead to overexcitement of the nerves controlling bladder function, causing spasms and an increased sensation of urgency. Magnesium counteracts this effect by calming these nerves, reducing both bladder spasms and nocturnal awakenings caused by the need to urinate. In the quaint village of Willowbrook, nestled among rolling hills and serene lakes, there lived a woman named Sarah. She was known throughout the village for her warm smile and tireless energy. But as the years passed, Sarah began to experience a troublesome change. She found herself constantly running to the bathroom, plagued by an incessant urge to urinate, even in the middle of the night. The once vibrant woman now spent her days and nights in discomfort, her life disrupted by what the village healer called an overactive bladder. Desperate for relief, Sarah tried every remedy the healer suggested. Herbal teas, strict diets, and even mindfulness exercises became part of her daily routine, but nothing seemed to ease her discomfort. The healer, though wise in many ways, had exhausted his knowledge. Sarah's friends and family grew concerned as her condition worsened, seeing her once bright spirit dimmed by sleepless nights and constant worry. One day, while tending her garden, Sarah was approached by an elderly traveller named Alara, who had a reputation for her deep knowledge of natural remedies and ancient minerals. Alara, seeing the weariness in Sarah's eyes, gently asked, "My dear, what troubles you so?" Sarah poured out her heart, sharing her struggle with the persistent urgency and discomfort. Alara listened intently, her eyes softening with understanding. "Ah, Sarah," she said, "your bladder's distress may be calmed by a gift from the earth, a mineral known as magnesium. It has the power to soothe the restless muscles and quiet the anxious nerves that control your bladder." Intrigued, Sarah invited Alara inside, eager to learn more. Over a cup of herbal tea, Alara explained how magnesium worked its magic within the body. "You see," she began, "the bladder's primary muscle, the detrusor, must contract to expel urine. But when it becomes overactive, as yours has, it sends false alarms to your brain, making you feel like you need to go all the time." Alara continued, "Magnesium relaxes smooth muscles, including the detrusor. It prevents it from contracting unnecessarily, giving you control over your bladder once more. And that's not all. It also regulates the nerve signals that tell your bladder when to contract. Too much calcium in these nerve cells can overexcite them, causing spasms and urgency. But magnesium, acting as a calcium antagonist, calms these nerves, reducing the sensation of urgency. Sarah was fascinated. She had never imagined that such a simple mineral could hold the key to her relief. "How can I bring this magnesium into my life?" she asked eagerly. Alara smiled. "There are many ways. You can find magnesium in leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. But sometimes your body may need more than food can provide. In such cases, magnesium supplements or Epsom salt baths can help replenish what you are missing." Determined to try this new approach, Sarah followed Alara's advice. She enriched her diet with magnesium-rich foods and started taking a daily supplement. She also treated herself to relaxing baths with Epsom salts, allowing the magnesium to soak into her skin and soothe her from the outside. In the weeks that followed, Sarah began to notice a remarkable change. The urgent trips to the bathroom became less frequent, and the nighttime awakenings dwindled. She felt a newfound peace and control over her body. Her smile returned, brighter than ever, as she finally experienced the relief she had longed for. Word of Sarah's transformation spread throughout Willowbrook, and soon others with similar troubles sought her counsel. With Alara's teachings, Sarah became a beacon of hope, helping her neighbours discover the wonders of magnesium and its profound impact on bladder health. And so, in the heart of Willowbrook, Sarah's story became a testament to the healing power of nature, reminding all who heard it that sometimes the simplest solutions, like the magic mineral magnesium, hold the greatest potential for restoring health and happiness. Magnesium deficiency and bladder overactivity. Magnesium deficiency is linked to symptoms of overactive bladder, OAB, which is one of the primary causes of nocturia. A study published in the British Journal of Urology International found that individuals with OAB who supplemented with magnesium hydroxide experienced a reduction in symptoms, including decreased nighttime urination frequency. Another trial in the Urology Journal highlighted that magnesium oxide supplementation significantly improved bladder control and reduced urgency in women with bladder instability. In cases of nocturia related to bladder irritability, insufficient magnesium may exacerbate nerve excitability and muscle contractions. Correcting a deficiency can help alleviate these symptoms, promoting better sleep by minimizing nighttime bathroom trips. Clinical evidence supporting magnesium supplementation over overactive bladder in older adults. A study involving elderly patients with overactive bladder showed that oral magnesium hydroxide improved incontinence episodes and urgency without significant side effects. Participants reported fewer awakenings at night to urinate, a critical factor in improving sleep quality. Nocturnal enuresis, bedwetting in children. Research has also indicated that magnesium supplementation may be beneficial for children suffering from nocturnal enuresis. Magnesium's muscle-relaxing properties helped reduce involuntary bladder contractions, supporting bladder control during sleep. Neurological bladder conditions. Patients with multiple sclerosis and other neurological disorders often experience bladder dysfunction. Magnesium's calming effect on nerve signals and its ability to inhibit bladder spasms have shown promise in managing these symptoms. Magnesium-rich foods for bladder health. To support bladder health naturally, incorporating magnesium-rich foods into your diet is an effective strategy. Some of the best sources include leafy green vegetables. Spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are high in magnesium. Nuts and seeds. Almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds are excellent sources. Whole grains, quinoa, brown rice, and whole wheat products contain substantial amounts of magnesium. Legumes. Black beans, kidney beans, and lentils also contribute to magnesium intake. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel provide magnesium along with omega-3 fatty acids, which have additional anti-inflammatory benefits.
Magnesium supplements?
A helpful option for individuals who have difficulty meeting their magnesium needs through diet alone, supplements can be helpful. Common forms include magnesium citrate, magnesium oxide, and magnesium glycinate. It is advisable to consult with a healthcare provider before starting supplementation to determine the appropriate dosage and avoid potential side effects, such as diarrhea or gastrointestinal discomfort. Magnesium plays a multifaceted role in maintaining bladder health by relaxing bladder muscles and calming the nerves that signal the urge to urinate. Supplementing with magnesium or consuming magnesium-rich foods can help manage nocturia and improve overall bladder control. As research continues to explore its benefits, magnesium remains a promising and accessible option for reducing nighttime urination and enhancing quality of sleep. Lifestyle changes to help manage nocturia. If you're tired of waking up multiple times a night to use the bathroom, the good news is that there are simple lifestyle changes that can help manage nocturia and improve your sleep. Here are a few practical tips and why they work. 1. Watch your evening fluids. One of the easiest ways to reduce nighttime bathroom trips is by cutting back on fluids in the evening. Try to avoid drinking large amounts of water or other beverages a few hours before bed. It's not just about what you drink either. Foods with high water content like watermelon, cucumbers, or soups can also fill up your bladder. Keeping a log of your habits might help you spot patterns and adjust accordingly. 2. Skip the caffeine and alcohol. We all know that caffeine can mess with sleep, but it's also a diuretic, which means it makes your body produce more urine. Coffee, tea, and even some sodas should be avoided late in the day. Alcohol works a bit differently. It may make you feel sleepy at first, but it disrupts your deeper sleep stages and increases urine production. Cutting back on that evening glass of wine or beer can really make a difference. 3. Elevate your legs before bed. If you deal with swelling or fluid retention during the day, try propping up your legs for about 30 minutes before bedtime. This helps move excess fluid from your legs back into circulation where your body can process it before you sleep. Some people even find that wearing compression socks during the day helps reduce nighttime bathroom trips. 4. Keep your weight in check. Carrying extra weight, especially around the abdomen, can put added pressure on your bladder and worsen symptoms of nocturia. Losing weight isn't easy, but it's one of the most impactful changes you can make. Studies have shown that weight loss improves bladder control and cuts down on nighttime trips to the bathroom. Now 5. Strengthen your pelvic floor. Pelvic floor exercises, also known as Kegels, aren't just for women. These exercises strengthen the muscles that control your bladder, reducing leakage and urgency. They're easy to do and can be done discreetly while sitting or lying down. Try squeezing your pelvic muscles like you're stopping the flow of urine. Hold for a few seconds and release. With regular practice, you'll notice improved control. 6. Stay active. Regular exercise benefits your body in so many ways, and bladder health is no exception. Moving more improves blood flow, helps with weight management, and keeps fluid retention in check. Even moderate activities like walking or yoga can reduce how often you wake up at night. Bonus, better overall fitness often leads to deeper, more restful sleep. Incorporating these simple lifestyle changes can help you take control of nocturia and enjoy more restful nights. It's all about creating balance, finding the right habits, and listening to your body. Take control of nocturia and enjoy better sleep. By working these vitamins and small lifestyle changes into your daily routine, you can really take control of nocturia and enjoy more peaceful, uninterrupted nights of sleep. Let's talk about some key vitamins: vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin C, and how they can help with bladder health and cut down those nighttime bathroom trips. Vitamin D. First up, vitamin D. You've probably heard about it for bone health and immunity, but did you know it also plays a role in bladder function? Studies show that low vitamin D levels can increase bladder activity. Keeping your levels in check can help improve muscle function and bladder control, making a huge difference in your sleep quality. Magnesium. Next, we have magnesium, often called nature's calming mineral. It helps relax your muscles and nerves, which can ease those bladder spasms that send you to the bathroom at night. A bit more magnesium, whether from food like leafy greens or supplements, might be the simple tweak you need to sleep more soundly. Vitamin C. Then there's vitamin C. Sure, it's famous for fighting off colds, but it also helps reduce inflammation and strengthen the tissues in your bladder. Just keep in mind that too much can irritate the bladder, so balance is key. Lifestyle changes are just as important. Simple things like cutting back on fluids a few hours before bed, limiting caffeine and alcohol in the evening, And even trying relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation can work wonders. And don't forget exercise. Strengthening your pelvic floor muscles can give you better bladder control too. Of course, before making big changes to your diet, supplements, or exercise routine, it's always smart to talk to your healthcare provider. They can give you personalized advice to make sure you're on the right track. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, we'd love it if you gave us a thumbs up and subscribed. Your support really keeps us motivated to bring you more content that helps you live your healthiest, happiest life. Take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you again soon.